everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, 2023 is right around the corner and we're getting ready. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. And a big old welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for the awesome way in which you support me and my channel. And if you're not a subscriber and you're just dropping by to see what the channel is all about, welcome. I'm glad that you're here, and maybe, just maybe, you'll decide to subscribe. And like I said in the opener, 2023 is right around the corner, and on this channel, we're getting ready. So today I have a fabulous 2023 planner idea for you. I think you're going to love it because we're going to take one of these large 2023 planners. I get mine from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to turn it into something fabulous. And when I say fabulous, y'all, this is what I mean. This used to be this. So I'm going to give you a closer look at our fabulous 2023 planning book in just a minute. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all. So here's a closer look at today's awesome project. When finished, it'll be 7 by 9 3/4 and 1/2 inch deep. Absolutely fabulous. I think you're going to love how this looks on the inside. But on the outside, we have a nice little pocket. In our pocket, we can tuck cut-aparts, recipes, gift cards, whatever you want to put in that pocket. But then when you open it, you have all of this goodness. On this side, we have that calendar that we have decorated and attached to our folio. On this side, we have a writing tablet so that you can make notes to yourself. That tablet has a nice little pocket, so if you need to tuck something in, you can. And the calendar still has those plastic pockets in the front as well as here in the back. So now we have a beautiful way of keeping up with all of those things that we have going on in life. I am going to show you just how easy it is to make this. Y'all, I will have a few kits available on my website of this particular project. I will have different patterns available, so make sure that you check the website. I'll probably have 2 or 3 different patterns, which means that I will have very, very limited quantities in each pattern. So if you're interested, make sure you check out the description box for the link and go check out my website. So here is what we're going to need to make today's project. We are going to be using medium weight chipboard. If you don't have chipboard, guys, please try whatever it is you think will work as a suitable alternative. If you're interested in the chipboard that I'm using and you want some specific information about the weight or the thickness, please check my Amazon storefront for this particular item or any other item I have listed if you want to read the product description. So I have 3 pieces of chipboard. I have 1 piece that measures 1/2 inch by 9 3/4, and I have 2 pieces that measure 9 3/4 by 7. Then we have that notebook on the inside. I have a cover for that measures 5 3/4 by 12. Then I have a pocket for that cover, and that is going to measure 4 by 5 3/4. Then we have our inside liner piece. We have 2 pieces. We have 1 piece that measures 12 by 9 1/2. Then I took the 9 1/2 inch scrap and I cut that down to 2 1/2 by 9 1/2. So that's the inside liner. Then we have the piece that will be covering the calendar. We have 1 piece that measures 12 by 9 1/2 and 1 piece that measures 4 by 9 1/2. Now 9 1/2 might be too long, but I cut long just to be safe. It's better to cut too large and then cut down than to cut too short and then it won't work. Then for the outside jacket that will cover the chipboard, I have 2 pieces of 10 by 11. And then for the pocket that will be on the outside of the jacket, I have 1 piece that measures 5 by 7 1/4. I know that that is a lot of cut pieces, so if you are interested in printing a supply list, please head over to my website. I will have that available as well. And then I'll be using one of the Dollar Tree planners. This planner measures about 9 1/2 by 6 3/4. And then I have a Dollar Tree writing tablet. This is 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. All right, y'all, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to join our two 10 by 11 inch pieces together. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to run a strip of tape on the 11-inch side, and I'll be using a 1-inch tape. You can use a 1/4 inch, you can use 1/2 inch if you want. It's completely up to you, but I wouldn't go any larger than 1 inch. So I am running this tape like that, and then I'm just going to trim away that excess. So basically what I did, running down the 11-inch side, I have a 1-inch strip of tape. I'll peel away that tape backer. Then I'll take this piece and we will overlay it so that we cover that tape completely. Then I'll use my big old spatula just to work that in. So now we're ready to place down the chipboard. When I place the chipboard down, I'm going to be placing it down so that the seam will actually fall on the back side of the back of the book. I don't want my seam on the front. So I am going to peel away my tape backer. When I put this down, I am going to put it down coming in about 3/4 of an inch. I'll place that. Then I'll place my second piece, which is the spine, and that measures 1/2 inch by 9 3/4. This time when I place it down, I'm going to place it down giving myself a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Y'all know that I normally do 1/8 of an inch in spacing, but because my paper is thicker, I am giving myself a little bit more room in between, so I won't be stressing my paper, which will help to lessen the possibility of cracking. So then we're going to take this piece, and when we put it down, we again will give ourselves just a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Now I can trim away this excess. And then I'll use my stylus to go around the edge. And basically what I'm doing is I'm pressing into the chipboard and driving it into the paper to create a score. Doing this might also help to minimize cracking if you have a paper that is prone to cracking. So I am just going to get all of this done. I'm also going to go on the inside here. Then I'll stand it up and get my paper used to folding. And now I'll take my finger blade and I am just going to angle in here and angle there to create a miter. And we'll do the same thing here. And on all 4 sides, we do these corners. And if you think that you have mitered short and your chipboard might be showing, just take that triangle that you cut out and just glue it down to the chipboard. That way, you're covering the chipboard in the event that you have cut short. So now I'm going to take my tape, and I am just going to place tape using my tape runner on these pieces, because when I fold over, they will be sandwiched in. So now I can stand it up. We're going to fold that over. Use my big old spatula to get that nice and stuck. Fold over this end. Get it nice and stuck. Then we'll stand this up, and I'm just going to be extra careful where I have this joint here, and I'm just going to hold it down to prevent my paper from cracking. And then we'll do the same thing here, so I'm just going to pinch. And now I'm going to take my tape, and we're just going to cover the chipboard with tape. So I am covering my chipboard. And so then I'll make sure all of my tape is nice and stuck. We'll set this to the side for just a moment. I am going to bring in my liner pieces, and I have already added tape around the edges on 3 sides, and I am going to go ahead and show you where I'm placing my tape. So I'm placing my tape right on the end. And then on the piece that measures 2.5 by 9.5, I place tape on it completely. So on my 9.5 by 12, I just went around the perimeter. So now we're going to peel away the tape backers from all of these pieces. All right, so now that I have my tape backers off, we're going to go ahead and place down the liner. I am standing for this because it makes it easier for me to get that liner piece positioned. So I'll put down the 12 by 9.5. Then I'm going to take the piece that measures 9.5. And by placing it down, I'm just going to slide it next to this piece, and I'm just going to butt it up against this piece. And unfortunately, I'm not able to make my plaids match because I used the leftover piece from the 12 by 9.5. That's how I got the 2.5, but it wasn't in the same orientation. So the plaids don't match. Really doesn't matter because we'll cover it. So now I'm going to take my big old spatula. We're going to get in there and define our spine. So now we're going to bring in our Dollar Tree calendar, and I am going to go ahead, take it out. But we are going to use that sleeve, and we're going to take this piece and we're going to lay it down and cover the calendar. So the easiest way for me to do this is I am just going to take some tape, and I am going to place some tape on my calendar. We don't have to cover the whole thing in tape. We do want to put down enough tape so that the calendar will stay attached to the paper. So I am just going to put down 3 strips of tape. And I'll put a piece of tape right there. And then we'll just get that stuck. Peel away the tape backer. I'm going to take my swans and I'm going to try to line this up down at the bottom and here on the side. And now you can see that I actually did cut longer than I needed, and that's great because we can fix that. So I am just going to fold this over like that. I'm going to go ahead and just take my finger blade right now and trim away that part of the excess. Then I'm going to take a strip of tape, place a strip there, and then I'll place a strip, oh, about right here. So then I'm going to peel away the tape backer here and the tape backer here, and I'll fold this over, trying to make sure that again I have it nice and straight at the bottom. Now I can open this and we can go ahead and finish off the cut across the top to get rid of that excess. And now we know that this will fit back into that plastic sleeve because we basically created a cover to fit the actual notebook itself, which was in the sleeve. So now I have this piece for the back, and I'm going to go ahead and just place it down. Remove my tape. I could have cut this a little bit skinnier if I wanted to. I could have. But I am just going to go ahead and place it down like this and be okay with it. So I'm going to open my book. We're going to get this down, and I'll smooth that out. And now I can remove my excess here. And now we can bring the sleeve back in, and we can place our calendar in the sleeve. So I'm just going to slide that in like it was before. The only difference is I covered the calendar, and then we can slide the back in. And y'all, what a simple but beautiful way to take that calendar and dress it up just a little bit. So I am going to bring in my book, and we're going to take our calendar and we're going to place it right there. So to do that, I am going to place mine down using tape. So I am going to add tape to the calendar. If you have another way that you want to do this, go ahead and give that way a try. This is the way that I'm using, but you don't have to follow what I'm doing here. If you think that you have something that is going to work better for you, by all means, give it a try. I am going to put down 4 strips of tape. Then I'm going to peel away the tape backer. And y'all, when I put this down, I'm putting it down so that the edge does not hit my score mark. So that's very important because you want to make sure that you can close your book. So when I'm placing mine, I am actually coming in about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And then I'll place it down like that. Now I can open this, and just to make sure that I have the plastic stuck to my paper. And don't you think that that is already a beautiful, beautiful notebook? But we're not done. And I'll place tape on this edge. And guys, again, if you have a different way that you want to do it, go ahead and give your way a try. There's no need to leave me a comment asking me if it's okay, because if it's your idea, go ahead and try it. That is the beauty of crafting. When we do things like that, we discover new ways of making it work for us. Now I'm just going to get that nice and stuck. We'll peel away up to this point. I'm going to take this piece and we're going to place it down, trying to get everything lined up nice and even. And peel away these. Use my stylus to go ahead and create a score. I can see right here where I have overhang. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim that overhang off. Now I can take this piece and just fold it over to the back, like that. Trim away this overhang. It's just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and get it trimmed. Then I'm going to use my big old spatula to make sure everything is nice and stuck. And now we can take this and we're just going to put it down on the inside like that. And I'm going to place mine down with glue. I know that this is not going to sit well with a lot of you. And if it doesn't, and you want to place yours any other way, go ahead and try whatever it is you want to do differently from the way that I am doing this one here. So I'm just going to slide that up. trying to align it with this one. So now we're going to take this piece that measures 4 by 5 3/4. I am just going to create myself a little pocket by simply trimming like this. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to make that pocket so that it fits right there. I am going to trim away just a little bit here. Test it again. And now I have a good fit. So I'm going to take my glue and I'll run glue this way and this way. And now I'll put this down right there. And let that get stuck. And now we'll close it. And we'll go to the front. So now we can take this piece and we're going to put it on the front just like this. But I can see that I need to trim away just a little bit. So I'm going to start out by trimming about 1/8 of an inch. And I see that I can trim away just a little bit more. And this time, when I say a little bit more, it really is going to be a sliver, which for me is about 1/16 of an inch. And now I'm okay with how that fits. So I am going to take this piece, I'm going to place it in my scoreboard, and I am going to score on the 5-inch side at 1. So this piece here ends up being about 5 by 7. So I scored at 1. I'm going to fold that over just to break that up a little bit. Then I'm going to add some glue. Get that stuck. And now I'm going to take it and we're going to put it right there. So let's just go ahead, add some more glue on 3 sides. We're going to take this piece and we'll put it down right there. And we'll give this a chance to dry. So if you purchase this kit, you're going to get everything up to this point. The decorative elements I'm not going to include so that you can decorate yours the way that you like, and that makes it different from everyone else's. So this is the complete kit component that you'll get if you do decide to purchase one of the kits. Alright y'all, so here are the decorative elements that I have decided to use on mine. On the front, I'm just going to place this little medallion like that. Then on the inside, I'm going to take this Love This Moment, place it right there at the top. Then I'm going to take this little flower and I'm going to place it right there. Add my glue. It has a little dimension to it. Then I'm going to take my double stick tape and I'm going to place it on this nice little cut apart that has a wonderful message on it, and I'll share it with you in just a minute. And this is actually a Project Life card. So as y'all know, I love to use those in my crafting. They give you instant messages or instant backgrounds. So we're going to take this one, and this one says look for the good in life, and I'm going to place it right there. So y'all, there we have it. Don't you think this is just absolutely stunning? You never would have guessed that this was a plain old Dollar Tree 2023 calendar, because look at what we did to it. These are the things that we do on this channel. We take the simple, we take the ordinary, and we turn it into the extraordinary. That is what we have done here. So we still have our calendar, but now we have a place to write our notes. We have a pocket here to tuck in reminders, receipts, whatever. Then on the front, we also have another pocket that we can tuck in some extra little goodies. So I have brought that first one back in, and you can see how well these Dollar Tree pens work with these. Now the pens are not included in the kit, but you can find similar pens on Amazon, or if you happen to have a Dollar Tree, a Dollar General, a Walmart, a Target. Pens like these can be found all over the place. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this fabulous way that we can upscale a Dollar Tree 2023 calendar. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later.